Hey guys, welcome. Jamie the Spirit Coach here to give you guys another reading. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest, as this may or may not be for you at this time. This time I'm going to do a little something different for you guys. Instead of doing the Zodiac round of readings, just for today we'll do a message for the day for you. I am just going to kind of shuffle and pull some cards, read the current energies, get some advice, and go from there. I'm just kind of putting this out there for whoever it is that it reaches, right? I'm not going to put any time stamps or dates on this reading. This message is meant for you when it finds you, okay? So guys, feel free to hit that like button, give me a follow if you haven't already, or comment down below how the reading is resonating. It really helps whenever you guys give me that feedback to support and boost the channel, and it feels good to hear from you guys. So I want to say thank you, and we're going to jump right in. We'll pull some cards here. I've got my Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. So we'll pull from this one first, and then we'll kind of go from there. I don't really know where this reading is going to go or what's going to come out, because I don't have like a spread planned or anything like that. We're just going to shuffle and see what Spirit has to say for you for today. So I invite you to welcome in your guides, your angels, your loved ones. Spirit guides, we ask that you join us for this reading for today. Please help to deliver the messages of the highest vibration of love and light and healing. All right. So let's see. What is the overall energy for today for the viewers, Spirit? What is going to be this overall energy for this reading? What is the overall energy, Spirit? Create space. Create space. Okay, so here's that card if you want to take a closer look at it. Create space. And I think it pretty much speaks for itself, right? What do you think of when you think of creating space? Are you creating space within your heart to allow room for something new to come in and fill you up with love? Are you creating space in your home environment to prepare for something new to come about? Are you creating space for others even, right? Holding a space for someone to confide in you and comfort, providing comfort for others. But I think ultimately it's about creating space for yourself, for your higher self to drop in and kind of deliver some messages for you and speak to you, right? Even though this is a timeless reading, I do know there is a new moon happening in the sign of Cancer right now today as I'm recording this reading. And these new moons are all about us kind of taking that time to go within and create that space to really work with the things that we're wanting to manifest in our life, right? During this time, a lot of people are journaling and writing down the things that they desire in order to clear the space for the full moon to bring in that manifestation, right? So that's going to kind of be the focus for you right now. So first I want to I want to read from the book on this message for you in particular. But we'll pull some clarifiers once I'm done reading and kind of go a little deeper and see what exactly we're creating space for, right? Or, what's causing this need to create space. Okay, so create a space for new desires by learning how to be happy now. We all want certain things in our life to change, and it's up to each of us to do something about it. If you apply action from a position of truly wanting change, you will create evidence of that desire as a manifestation of change. Once you notice something you would like to change, take a breath and say, thank you. Recognizing what you want to change brings you more clarity on what you would like to change it to. Your job is to create the space for your dreams and desires to fill. Do this and you will begin to receive direction and wisdom. Create this space by coming into balance, meditating, focusing on the moment, or thinking of a person, animal, place, or situation that makes you smile. Feel that smile stretch through your body and relax, knowing that all you desire is on its way. You have empowered your whole being because you don't need conditions to change to feel joyous in the present. You are bathing in unconditional love. Breathe it in and enjoy how good you feel. Yeah, so this card is really talking about keeping yourself present, right? Finding things in the now that you can be grateful for, finding things in the now that can bring that smile upon your face, right? And, it makes a lot of sense because when we are trying to create that change, or we are trying to call in those things that we desire for ourselves, if we're not in alignment with that thing, right? If we're not attuned to that thing, then ultimately we're blocking it from being able to come into us. So we have to clear away anything that could be, blocking that energy from really penetrating, right? So it's like believing that it's coming into fruition even when you don't physically see it in front of you, right? I listened to a message last night. I can't remember exactly word for word what it was saying, but I think it pertains to this reading, and it's saying like, if energy, if everything is energy, and energy is a constant vibration, then that means that everything already exists within that vibration in a certain dimension, right? So if everything already exists, then that means that the simple fact that you thought of that thing means that you already have formed like an attachment to it, a connection to it, and you can truly begin to call that in and start living as if you already have it, right? Think about like, what would it feel like to me when I have this thing? And that might be a good journaling prompt for you, but write it down like in the present tense. Write it as if you already have it. So like say, for example, say there's a new car that you're wanting. Sit down in your journal, write a letter to yourself saying how grateful you are for this new car and how good it feels when you drive it. What sensations are you experiencing when you're driving this new car? What emotions are coming up for you while you drive this new car? Those types of things are really going to help you drop your energy into that heart space and allow you to make room for that, right? Because you already believe that you're worthy of it. You're already believing that you're capable of having it. You're believing that it already exists. You're just waiting for it to physically be in front of you, right? So that's a good way to create that space. And that goes for anything that you're wanting in your life, right? So we're going to pull some from our good tarot here, some clarifiers, and we'll clarify that even further with my other tarot deck, the Light Seers deck here. And we'll end out with an affirmation card and a numerology card for you guys. All right, angels, guides, beings of the highest vibrations of love and light. Can we clarify, what is this creating space in the current energy? What can we get like 3 cards on this creating space, Spirit? What are they creating this space for? Or what is provoking this? 9 of fire. That's like a 9 of wands type energy. 9 of earth. Anything else, Spirit? Can we get one more card? And the Hermit. Okay. And there's another 9. So 999 might be a very, very significant number for you. You may be seeing this number as you're driving down the road, on license plates, on billboards, on your time clock, or the change that you're getting back in a payment or of some sort. But When the 999 number comes up, please pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings at that time. Take notice. There could be a message there for you. So we've got earth energy here and we've got fire energy here. We don't have any cups or swords. So this is really a grounded, stable energy that you're creating space for, right? 9 of fire here, looking, this is like admiring your success up until this point, right? Seeing how far you've come, looking at all the things that you've achieved up to this point. It's like feeling proud of yourself for how far you've come. Let me see here. It's like creative little sparks that you've done, right? You've succeeded in these things which have grown and blossomed and flourished for you. And with it being a 9, you're one step away from the 10, right? 9 reminds me of like, it's kind of like a victorious energy because it's like you're almost done. You're almost at the finish line, right? Just one more push and you're crossing the finish line. Like feeling grounded in the actions that you take as well, with the 9 of earth coming up next. Again, you know, I really think with both of these cards, Spirit is kind of calling your attention back to yourself. Maybe finding moments to be appreciative for you, for who you are, for what you've done, for how far you've come up to this point. Really staying in that place of gratitude. Hermit is like going in for internal reflections during this time. Again, journaling right now, writing down some of the things, like asking yourself questions like what are any creative blocks that I might be experiencing, and how can I release this creative block, right? What are some things that I've learned from the past that I can take and apply to today that will help me in the future? Because you hold the key. You hold the key for all the answers that you seek within. You have a lot of internal wisdom, a lot of life experience, you know. I am feeling called to say, like, there's a knock at the door here. There's a door on this Hermit card, and if you look real close, there's a face on this door. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a face on this door, and it's almost like to me, the door is in your heart here. I do want to kind of read. The good tarot message interpretations are slightly different than they are for the regular, like, traditional tarot decks. Oh, okay. So 9 of fire in this particular deck is a caution. It's uncertainties. It's reevaluating circumstances. A need to stop, wait, look around, and there's a sense of uncertainty in your inner wisdom telling you to bring illumination to your situation, to allow insights to arise, to guide you before your next step. Questioning things, right? That's what I was saying. Like looking at things, journaling, writing down the questions, like what are creating any blocks that I'm having right now? What can I do to remove this block or help me to rid myself of this issue, right? Look carefully to see a different path that may be for you. If you don't see a different path, maybe it's about working harder or working smarter, not harder, right? You may still be in alignment with the path that you're on, but there might be an easier way to go about it. 9 of earth is like self-discipline, self-reliance, reliable resources, restraint, self-control, and the final stone being placed in the foundation. Like I was saying earlier, that finality. There's one last step, one last push before you cross the finish line. So this is calling you to believe and trust that you can rely on yourself and you can rely on spirit, knowing that you have the tools at your disposal to use whenever you need them, right? Trusting yourself all the way through. So whenever it's like going in and kind of taking a deep dive within yourself, taking a pause before this completion, before this finality happens, or before this next step can be taken, this next phase in your cycle, this next phase in your journey, or this cycle completion, whatever it is, there is a call to kind of go within, to kind of shut yourself down from the outside world temporarily, just for a moment. Kind of hermit yourself, shelter yourself for a moment, shut off the noise of the outside world, right? Turn your TV off, put your phone down, sit in meditation, do some journaling, ask yourself some deep questions, probe yourself, and kind of peel back the layers and see what's there, trusting that whatever you see, you are capable of either completely ridding it of yourself or transforming it into something new that actually benefits you, right? Okay, so can we get some clarifiers for this 9 of Fire, this pause or this caution? What is this energy? Spirit. What is this 9 of Fire? What is this 9 of Fire regarding? Four of Wands, another fire energy, another wand. 6 of Wands, yeah, beneath that. Okay. Both of these cards are like celebratory cards. And I'm kind of being reminded of like celebrating before you make it to that finish line. Maybe celebrating a little too soon. It could be like boastful or braggy type of energy even. Four of Wands is like commitments, right? It's a committed type of energy for me as well. So I think there's a caution there, is not to be, don't let pride get in the way here. Also, it's okay to celebrate, right? It's okay to celebrate yourself. It's okay to be proud of how far you've come, but there are still some things to be done, right? It's not quite time to like give up. The end is not here yet. There's still a final step to be made. But I think it's important too, though, that you stay true to the things that you're committed to. And you do it with confidence, right? Do it with confidence. 6 of Wands is like being in the spotlight, right? Being on a stage, having a crowd, like performing for others. Admiration. So yeah, I feel like if that is a caution there, just careful not to be boastful or bragging or, quit before you're done. Quit too soon or think, it's like when I think about a race and you're running to the finish line and you're getting so close and you can see the finish line and you think to yourself, oh, I made it. So it's like you back off just a little bit, you slow down just a little bit because you can see the finish line and you start telling yourself, oh yeah, I made it, I beat it, right? I did this. But you slow down a little bit before you get to the end, and then all of a sudden someone comes rushing up next to you and passes you like a freaking bolt of lightning and shoot past the finish line just before you get there, only because you gave that little bit of leeway, right? You slacked off just a little bit, and it made that space for someone else to catch up, right? So when I don't know why this is coming to mind, but it's like don't get too prideful in your work. Like, I think it's important to keep a steady pace, right? Check yourself, check in with yourself. Let's say you're running, you're getting to that finish line and you can see it, but instead of like slowing down and saying, yes, I made it, instead just keep telling yourself, you got this, just keep going, you can do it. Oh, is there something hurting me right now? Oh, yep, that kneecap is hurting right now. Maybe I can twist my leg just a little bit or tweak it a little bit this way, and then it won't hurt quite as bad, and I'll really make it to that finish line, Hopefully that makes sense. But do you see the difference in the stories that we tell ourselves, how that one little thing can create a massive change? So I feel like that's what's kind of coming up here. What is this 9 of Earth? Anything else for this 9 of Earth, Spirit? Okay, we got the 8 of Swords in the reverse and the Hermit. Again, another Hermit energy. Yeah, there's really a call to kind of go within here. And 8 of Swords energy, 8 of Swords in the upright is like conflicting internal thoughts. It's like feeling trapped. It's like, but it's all illusions. You're not actually trapped. This woman is not actually trapped. She can remove the blindfold from her eyes, right? But it's like thoughts and things that are swirling around in her head. She's not seeing her truest reflection. Instead, when she looks in the mirror, she's seeing the reflection of her biggest fears, right? So, with it being the 8 of Swords in the reverse, it's like, how can you see past those illusions and those fears? Well, by going deep within, reflecting, allowing yourself to kind of go into that hermit mode energy. Okay, 8 of Swords in the reverse is like victimizing yourself, feeling helpless, past experiences or excuses that keep you shackled. So, yeah, whatever this is, that could cause a potential hiccup for you or is causing a hiccup for you, that is what's needing to be cleared away. That is what's needing to be removed from the space that you take up, right? Whether it's in your heart space, whether it's in your head space, whether it's in your environment. It's like the things that make you feel trapped. Anything that's making you feel trapped, you need to look at it, you need to question it, and you need to ask yourself, is this benefiting me to keep it in my life, or is it only hurting me to keep it in my life? What is this Hermit energy, Spirit? What is this Hermit energy? Can we clarify this Hermit? The Hermit card here. For the collective energy, Spirit, can we get a clarifier for the Hermit? What is this Hermit energy, Spirit? The Sun, the Empress, and the 3 of Pentacles. The Sun did come out in the reverse, okay? Again, I can't help but feel that energy of celebrating too soon, celebrating a win before you actually have the win. So really be careful not to do that. Not, keep your head in the game, right? Keep your head in the, how do I explain that, Spirit? It's like keeping yourself grounded. The Sun in the upright is really vibrant, positive, illuminating, light energy. In the reverse, it can be stubborn, egoic, prideful, boastful. It can be kind of intoxicating sometimes. So I think it's important, just pay attention to those things and make sure that you're not kind of overdoing it. Keep yourself humble, right? Keep yourself humble. It's important. The Empress is a fertile energy. This is like really, truly an energy of creation being born, right? A a birthing of creative passions and projects and ideas. It's the actual manifestation. It's pulling the thing from the thought form and making it into the material, physical form, right? Bringing it into the world. It's not Three of Pentacles after that is like collaborative energy, working with others even. So it could be like maybe you're creating this space for this partnership to come in, or maybe you're creating this space for this community building experience that you need to go through coming up, right? But it's allowing yourself to be in that collaborative energy and appreciate what others can bring to the table and how others can help you and it can benefit you, right? I just want to sit with the cards for a minute and see if I notice anything else, any other patterns going on here. Also, the Empress and the Three of Pentacles, they're both threes, so the number 33 may be significant for you as well. But we have fire and earth all over this reading. Fire and earth. Fire and earth. And those two energies usually tend to work really well together. So I think this is really about balancing your fire. I just looked over and noticed there's a card flipped in the deck, the Two of Wands. So yeah, this is like daring to dream, allowing the self to dream of things that you could do next, right? Making decisions, having a choice that's already been made, and dreaming about it, daydreaming about it. On the bottom of the deck, we got Nine of Pentacles, again, with the Nine of Earth. A lot of repetitious energy. You may be experiencing a lot of synchronicities during this time. I think this is going to be a very successful time for you, but there is just this strong message about really keeping yourself humble and not being too prideful during this time. So I want to pull from the number messages here. Let's find out if there's any other numbers that may be important for you during this time. We've got the 999 and we've got 33 here. 33 to me talks a lot about alignment, mind, body, spirit, right? Complete alignment. And when we're trying to manifest things, we want that alignment. We want to be in that alignment. Otherwise, you can't, like attracts like, right? And when you are a vibrational match to that which you are attracting or you are calling in, then it's more likely to come in for you. But if you're not vibrating on the same frequency, if you're not keeping your emotions balanced, or you're not keeping your thoughts, balanced, like what thoughts are you choosing to attach to, right? So how can you kind of balance those things out right now to keep yourself more grounded? Can we get a number message for the viewer, Spirit? A number message for this reading. Something that can go along with this energy of creating space. Yeah, I mean, with the Hermit being here twice, the Empress here, it's very calm, stable energy. So I think it's important that you kind of give yourself a breather for a minute, just kind of pause and do some reflecting, do some journaling, do some questioning, some digging, because there's going to be something there that's going to kind of help boost you and push you forward in this one last step, right, to reach that completion, to find that key. Can we get a number message for the viewers, please, Spirit? One number message. These number cards are not wanting to come out. I might just have to pick one and we'll see. Angels, spirit guides, can we get a number message, please? Yay, leadership. Oh, this is molding you into a leader here. Most definitely. This is molding you into a leader. And health on the bottom. These are both very red cards. So really, again, that's reminding me of like fiery, passionate energy. This is sacral, sacral and root chakra type energies that you're working with. It might benefit you to do some type of root chakra meditation or sacral chakra meditations or something along those lines, just to kind of get that energy moving and unstuck or blocked up. But this is really bringing you into a leadership role. Here again, we've got number 81, which breaks down to another 9. Another 9, guys. I can't get over the synchronicities in this reading. But yeah, you are truly becoming a leader of your own life. And I think it's important, right? Whenever, if think about leaders that have come through for you in your own life. If a leader, you're more apt to follow someone who's willing to get out there and get their hands dirty with you. Someone who's authentic, someone who is humble, someone who doesn't have too much pride to do the damn thing just like you do, right? So when you think about a leader and those leadership qualities, that's what you really want to integrate into your own life, right? When you're becoming that leader. You don't want to be some prideful, boastful person that points and yells and tells others what to do while you sit pretty with your feet kicked back. That's not really cool. And I don't think that really calls for a great leader. Granted, to each his own opinion. But I think that, a great leader is someone that can operate from both the head and the heart with both a logic and, emotional stability here. So it's really about just finding balance for yourself, creating that space deep within yourself so that anything that's of a lower vibration, anything that's egoic can go away, right? Because you are becoming this leader. You're becoming this leader, and it's going, I think you're heading towards success, right? I think you're getting to the finish line regardless, but there is just little things that may create a little bit of a hiccup. So what better time than now to take a pause and kind of go within and look at those things. So finally, we're going to pull an affirmation for you. And this will be something that can help you moving forward. Feel free to write this down somewhere. Put it in your notes on your phone or as a screensaver or something to remind you of your truest potential, right? Affirmations are beautiful things. And they can really help us grow. They can really help us open up our heart. Especially once we've gone into that hermit mode and we come out on the other side because we've seen some things that we don't really like, right? It helps to have an affirmation to boost you back up, because once we see things we don't like, then we have a tendency to let our thoughts beat us down for it, right? Or place blame or criticize ourselves because of it. But that's not what this reading's about, right? That's not what that self-reflection is about. You're not reflecting to find the things that you don't like so that you can beat yourself up about them. No, you're reflecting so that you can see, like, okay, yeah, maybe I can kind of change the way I see that. Maybe I can see this from a different perspective for the highest good of all, right? It's not about critiquing yourself so much as it's about bettering yourself, right? Making yourself the biggest, best version of you. I am a gift. Yes, you are. I am a gift to the world. When I lead with kindness and love, I create a ripple effect that benefits more people than I'll ever know. My presence, my knowledge, and my passions contribute to the greater good of the world. I am a gift. Yes, and that flows so beautifully with this message. You are a gift to this world. You absolutely are. And even if it's okay to brag sometimes, right? Like, it's okay to be proud of yourself. It's perfectly okay to be proud of how far you've come in your life and your accomplishments. It's just when it's not okay is when we rub it in each other's faces, or when we just talk about it all the time. We're all talk and no walk. So it's about balancing that out. And every single one of us have been guilty of this in some way, shape, or form. So I think overall, for the collective energy here, if this message has found you, if it is resonating for you, please, please, please know that you are, I feel like Spirit is kind of sitting you down for a little talking to right now, but it's a comforting talk, right? It's a nurturing talk, and it's a reminder. It's nothing more than just a reminder that you are almost at the finish line, but there's just one last step that needs to be taken. And before you make that step, you're being cautioned to slow down, to go in and reflect and clear away anything at all that might be there that could prevent you from crossing that finish line. Is there anything there that could prevent you from crossing that finish line? And how can you change it? How can you transform it? Or how can you release it and create space, right? Giving with loving kindness. Being a leader that leads by example. Yeah? So, that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this message. Feel free to check out the other readings on my channel, guys. There are Zodiac readings there, and they are good for your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. So feel free to check those out. Again, hit that like button or give me a follow if you haven't already. And comment down below how the message is resonating for you. I really appreciate the feedback, guys. So I hope you have a magical and blessed day. Bye.